Hello, and this is just a little quick update. I finally got something to edit with, so don't expect much. But I am going to tell you this is going to be part of the big 16th one. And you know how annoying it was. So hopefully when I add this in to that, hopefully it won't look as bad. Also, I got this actually to work again, and a little few other things. So yeah. But I do have my things back in order, so hurrah. And don't worry, I'm keeping this safe. This PC is safe. But anyways, I hope you all have a nice day and have a nice time. Bye bye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, I know I've been gone for like 2 days or so. Sorry. I was a little busy with things here and there. So let's continue to day 3 trial. One moment. Yeah, you notice I have a longer cord, so now that's much better. Let's just open that. Now open volume, and there we go. Put that to the side. Courtroom number 3. Open this, and here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Miles Edgeworth. One moment. There we go. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Accordingly, the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyways? Mr. Ford, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I be taking in a one infill pause before speaking. Sorry, I wanted to say something. Yeah, I look much better now in this kind of lighting. Wait, a little sun. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. I'll allow that. Sorry. Morningville pause before speaking. Right, of course. A production. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Why would you guess that? No clue. Order. Mr. Foncomma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Hey, you cannot do that. Too bad I just did. But must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. Is that mysterious bow shop owner? Oh, I have it right here. Witness, state your prosecution. Prosecution, yeah. I am the prosecution of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Grand Lake. I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were at the boat rental shop, correct? Yeah, yep, I was. Please testify. I really need to get him a dog sound voice because I say screwing it. What is? Wait a second. He still hasn't heard the old guy. Who that old guy is? We're going to choose. Raise an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Ugh. I will put that this trial will be end in 3 minutes. Yeah, I think he'd be more of a dog than anything. But I'm just gonna go with the Jorgen Von Strangle thing. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. You see? What do you mean? My memories are great. We have. If Neptune was here, she would have woke the fourth wall and be like, "You too?" Knowing Neptune, she would. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. One moment, Miles, you do it. Miles, don't question it. Why are you using my catchphrase? Dang it, why did he even ask? Anyways, joking besides. He cannot recall, you say? Then why are we asking this question? Yes, but the incident in question takes place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? Okay, let me say a few things at this. There's only 10 seconds left. The judge asks you to, if you agree, of course you choose cross-examinate. The judge sides with you. Arguing, comma. Alright, if you choose don't cross-examinate, Colin is about to have a heart attack beyond his 3 minutes is up after Maya receives you check the witness's statement. So, if you want to see that, do it yourself. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yippee! I was in the restaurant. I wrote boats as usual. That's when I heard a bang. All right. When I looked out the window, I saw the boat just a floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat came to shore. A man walked by my window. Very well. I like to begin the cross-examination. Uncommon, will you please shut up? There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright, cross-examinate. What are you saying? Of course I'm cross-examining the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Farkama. 3 minutes has passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. Are you freaking kidding me? No, now shut up. You may cross-examine the witness. Pretty much, you can tell he doesn't want us to get further and further into it, so he's going to try to stop us as many times as he can. Okay, we want to go to the sixth one, because we know something's fishy about that last statement. By your window? Yippee, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the photo was pretty darn big, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. The man was defending, and he was saying, I can't believe he died. Okay. Didn't the tech here forget what he said yesterday? You're going to press this statement. Are you sure? Oh no. Dad! Dad! Conton and Kevin! I said I can't believe he died, and as he was walking by, too. Witness, why are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Von Kahn was like, okay, I didn't expect him to do that. And Johnson's like, I don't care. This sounds decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma, he lured me into a cross-examination so he can set me up for a ball. Tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. No, just me. I better ask. Okay. Didn't we prove Edgeworth's right fingerprints on the gun? Yeah, the murderer was shot with his left. Raise an objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it couldn't have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And in the photograph shows a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Then he knew the truth. Knowing the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. Wrong? The judge has lost his thought. Raise an objection! Your Honor, the witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he died. But his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Oh, shut up on comma. Mr. Wright, in the court law, the evidence tells all. Well, have you heard a picture's worth 1,000 words? Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, you have evidence? This is no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please! Can you hear me? Sis, please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk. Freeman's head was perhaps too high in estimation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. That might be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any more time to declare the case against the defendant. The case is clear. I see no room for misstatements on the faults. What? No! The court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth. God dang it. The charge was surrendered to the court immediately, to be held constant trial at higher cost without a month from the day today. That is it. The court is adjourned. Oh no! Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? Riley! Where'd it go, Riley? Wait, what are you doing here? Listen, you got to listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday, but today I remember it. Remember what? The gunshot! I heard it too! Raise to the rescue! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's called backup, douchebag. The verdict has been declared. I call it one. One moment, Mr. Foncommer. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting then in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something about that was different from what I remember. However, I didn't just sit there and let you call Edgy a murder. It's just not right. I testify. Let me testify. Larry Buds to the rescue, and this time he's not the murderer. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you already give your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry can give us one final chance at this. She's right. If it wasn't Larry, he couldn't make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth has just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is any other witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Judge, allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to present a sound verdict. In order for me to make sure no mistakes have been made, even witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Yes! Mr. Foncommer, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Way to go, Larry. Let's see what we had to say during the recess part and the... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. I think I can do another video today, so this might not be a very long part. I might have to make these 2 big parts, or 1 big part. Anyways, I'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to see what Larry has to say during the recess part. Phew! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I wonder what Larry's planning to say in there. Larry, was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he was looking for the steel semi balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah. A lot of things. You seem out of it. Something wrong? What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. Let's see what he has to say. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. So it was still in the boat when after it happened. I didn't have a reason really. So it wasn't him, but who was ever wearing a glove must have known Edward was going to come that night. I see. Right? Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Kammer has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfect prepared witnesses. Perfect prepared complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. Oh, because of Larry, he pretty much threw Von Kammer into a twist. Now let's use that twist to our advantage. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trials had trials this time. We milked this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything depends on Larry now. Okay, let's see what his testimony will say. Alright. It's now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Alright, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but this you're our last chance. Von Kammer isn't even having time to prep his witness. I just have hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Don't worry, right? I'm with you, as well as my fae. The night of the murder. That's right, I was out in the boat on the lake. I'm looking for someone, and I'm looking for something, and I found it. So I slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, then I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. Okay, that's wrong right there. This was unusually focused testimony, even from this for this court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we came this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. She's right, so let's just keep going forward. As I said, the sixth one doesn't seem right because he heard a single gunshot. In this court, we know it's 2. That seems fine. It's just this. He's wrong. So, where's the law test? Here we go. And use it. Wait a second, Larry. Huh? What? You only heard one bang. You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lauter testified yesterday she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? So, yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm the witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you got to trust me, treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, what? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, on my headphones. What? Order. And stop that babbling. Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on earphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Coleman, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his snappy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he lost, or someone who seems to keep thinking that you are winning. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Alright, leave it to me. One moment, I need to check something. Update. Download. One moment. Okay, there we go. Sorry, it was a game update. Right, leave it to me. I wondered if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Well, Phoenix, too bad. He's our only chance. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to all report shows on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like... But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly when the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Okay. Let me say something. Larry was hearing it in a high volume. Okay. You're listening to your radio at very high volume? Yeah. What's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word that this witness says? What he heard was probably something like a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor! The witness says he remembers exactly when the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer, the guy who has things on the radio. Anyways, this is what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe
Okay, I'm here to
doing
give
this
you a quick update.
today.
16 is going to be split into two parts. This will be part in the video, so don't worry about everything. I'll make sure to get part 17 its theme fits in fine. Hopefully that one will be fine. But anyways, be back in a few moments on that part.
Whatever. Okay. Larry's fifth statement seems to be a little fishy. Let's check that again. I remember what exactly the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Let's press it. What did he say? Mr. Wright, please continue these pointless questions. What possibly good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Coleman has a point. I'll allow the question only if you have some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, why do you know if he didn't ask, Very well. Fine, very well. Mr. Buds, please testify to the court. What did the radio announcer say when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Okay, that's wrong. We can present this. Or law's document. Let's go with this. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you said is correct? Huh? What was with the face? You look scared, dude. You look scary, dude. Hey, if you trying to scare me, you better know I'm not scared that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ say, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, Ed. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But since the two testimonies we had heard so far, Your Honor, both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, what they heard, the gunshot, it was already Christmas. Isn't it? It's a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two witnesses heard gunshots after midnight? However, the witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is pretty mistaken. Just look at him seriously. What? Very well, Mr. White. What do you think Mr. Buds claims he heard the night of the guns? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Interesting. I'm assuming that you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that the gunshot was shot before midnight. Well, that's easy. We need to find the photo. Second like photo. Here we go. Look at this photograph. It was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Martha Hart, when she with her automatic camera. The timestamp of the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing's showing in this photo. It was why this photograph sits at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off to respond to loud noises. Huh? Correct. There was a loud noise at the lake at 11:50 p.m. and that's why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Mary heard the gunshot, it was almost definitely Christmas Eve. Directly Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that in this case, then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming that she might was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, there were two sets of gunshots within a 25-minute pause between them. Huh. Why would this be? Don't be fool, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There was no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there was no turning back now. Can you prove the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show us the evidence. Well, saying there's no proof for this, so let's use this. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering you, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. Then, when there was the last shot fired. Only now have I realized the truth. The first shot was shot where he heard just before midnight. Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen at the night of on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, then there were 2 sets of gunshots spent by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 at 15 minutes after midnight. Not at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots banging by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the steel semi? Yeah, of course, I remember. The murderer in this case has some idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya, yes? If we didn't figure this out now, we never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I got a hunch and I'm going to run it with it. Right, I mean, is it safe? Safe? We already got in the guilty verdict and we have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Oh, this is going to be easy. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. The testimony just now was going up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Wright. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murder than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This is shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Miles Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. Then there was a gunshot fired on the boat and Hammond fell into the lake. The defense of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party was to be the other man on the boat. I admit it was hard to imagine any other possibilities. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Okay, one moment, please. Yes, I know I'm paused doing music is continuing. I don't care. We have photograph evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Mary heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shooting on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who is this sitting on the boat. That's easy. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he's basically Mr. Hammond and man Edgeworth. Wait! Are you serious? Yes, Yes, Edgeworth wouldn't tell us what he wants, why he went to the lake. That's not night. However, I had a hunch. That night, Mr. Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Mr. Edgeworth didn't know Mr. Hammond he's that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murder took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Okay, it wouldn't have been Miles Edgeworth or Walter Hart. We don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you're wasting my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the only one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There wasn't any boats on the lake then. That's would he know to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? My eyes suggest the real scene in this crime was not in a boat. What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Well, that's easy. That was the boat shop, the closest thing to Otter's camera. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. This is why he couldn't meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recalling Law's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he heard a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time, in other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. That's where he would that be if he had just returned a boat. The boat shop? Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Golden Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh, that kind of explains that part in the room. This is around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out to the middle of the lake. Then he fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Edgeworth. Ron, the boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missing Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hurt anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of evidence is the moment you lose. Tell us, well, to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer left his pistol and fires one shot. The counter that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hunt did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer witness waits a bit and fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Oh! No one died in the lake. No one was in the lake. The body is somewhere else. So the murderer jumped into the lake to get away. That's clever. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat has shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that everything has fell into place, the boat shop swim back to his shop. That's where he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, then threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. Those are the events transpiring the night of the Ground Lake. Malcolm is like, fuck. Yeah, well, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop terror. Quickly! Oh, bluff. Very well. While we're waiting for the ticker, huh, I would like to ask the defendant, Myers Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Let's see if this works. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard that the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Certainly so, apparently. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I couldn't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Brother, we are continuing a trial here. I ask you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. We're now getting closer to what's happening. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. He knows he didn't want to, but if he's trying to look suspicious, it might fall to him, so he has to do what he can to hide himself. See, we're getting closer and closer to what he truly is. And seriously, one moment, people. Sorry, that's a little. My dad wanted to see what I was doing. Sorry. And I have my thing hanged up, for crying out loud. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. Von Conley is like, fuck. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department analyze all this its force to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is the boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Not if Von Karma wants that. He wants to keep him hidden. Very well. Court is adjourned. Very well. Yeah, I think that's all from that chapter. And oh jeez, let's continue. Hey Nick, God dang it! Why do I keep doing that? Just pause every time I'm trying to say these words. Yeah? Well, at least we can get out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I shift those from his unquiet testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our case wasn't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so painted. I mean, it looks like you probably going to get off the hook. You could probably try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I heard it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Mr. Wright, there's something that has been troubling me for a long time now. And no, I didn't know whether or not to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time. I didn't want to tell you to get you off my chest. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I had. A memory of a crime I committed. What? A crime you committed? A memory of a murder? I don't think it's a memory of a murder. Think about it. Why would Von Karma gain from all this by having both that old attorney, Ace Attorney, killed, and Edgeworth out of the picture? Unless Edgeworth did something stupid when he was young. Not commit a murder, but hit a person by accident by using a gun, when, as we saw in the, we're going to see later in this case, he must have did something to trying to save his father from the person who was trying to kill him. So, from the person who was trying to kill him, he probably did something else. Shot a person by accident through the window. Because think about it. Who would have been outside that at that moment? Probably Von Karma. Then, probably what he did is open the elevator door, aim downwards to probably shoot who shot him. And he shot Miles Edgeworth's father, Mr. Edgeworth, who was an Ace Attorney at the time. But what he didn't know is it was Miles Edgeworth who shot him. Then years later, when this happened, he found out who did it, and he wants payback for the shot in his arm or elbow or whatever. And maybe that 40-year thing wasn't a break. He pretended to take it so no one could find out about something about what happened. Maybe that's the point, but who knows? I'm just speculating here. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording and get everything set up for the next part that I'm going to record today. I'm going to tell my family and everything, so I'm going to be right back, and we're going to do day 3's investigation and see what we have in store. Maybe Von Karma will show his true colors for once. Anyways, I hope you have a nice day, or be back very soon. Anyways, see ya next time. Bye bye.